Hello students, welcome to the third session of Microsoft Word. Today the class will be a little bit longer, but it is interesting as we are going to discuss some of the topics which are very important for Microsoft Word. In this session, we are going to discuss about columns, tables, bullets and numbering, page border, paragraph and text border, page setup, printing the documents, convert the documents to the PDF, etc. We are also going to discuss about inserting objects like pictures, drawings, clip arts and many more cool stuff. After this session you will be able to like creating documents, typing letters, creating project, design, column page, poster, advertisement, program for events and many more things. So let's start. So today we'll try to open the Microsoft Word in a different way. So open the Microsoft Word, we'll try to open the Microsoft Word in Run. So to open the Run, press Window R and type there WINWORD. Here WINWORD and press Enter, or you can just click OK. So when you do that, Microsoft Word will appear. We'll select the blank page, blank documents. First of all, let's start with the page setup. Under page setup, there are three things: page orientation, paper size, and page margin. So to do that, to see the page orientation, paper size, and page margin, you have to go to the layout menu. Under the layout menu, you will find margin, orientation, and size. These are the three things. So if you go to the margins, you can see lots of margin options like last, custom setting, normal, narrow, moderate, wide, and mirrored. So all these things, margins are there, like you can see this changing. If you go to the normal, say this is not normal. If you go to the narrow, this is narrow. Like that you can set the margin. Page orientation. There are two types of orientation: portrait and landscape. Portrait is in the portrait, height is greater than the breadth or length. In the landscape, height is smaller, and in the portrait, height is bigger or greater. So this is in the portrait option. If you want to change your page in the landscape, you have to go to the orientation and you'll find here landscape. So this is landscape. You can see here, this is landscape, and the other one is portrait. So you can see the difference. Now size, there are lots of size: A3, A4, A5. If you're typing applications, or if you're writing some documents or something like that, you can use A4 size if you're going to print in A4 paper. If you're making a programs for church or some events, then you can select the A5 size. If you're making a poster or something like that, you can go to the A3. What exactly is A3, A4, A5? The half of A4 is A5, double of A4 is A3. So A3 is bigger paper and A5 is smaller paper. So you can select it from here. Suppose if you are going to design a bookmarks to give to your friend, family members, or if you are making for someone, then you have to go for the custom size. In order to design a custom size, what you have to do is you have to go to the more page size. Go to the more page size and you can give your custom size. Let's say 2.5 is wide and height 5 or 6, it's up to you. So this is a bookmark. You can design a bookmark in this way. Let's say design. I'll give some color, background color, and if I want to write some text, I can just write here, let's say so suppose something like that if you are going to make. So in this way you can design it. So paper size, page orientation, and page margin is very important. So if I do the margin like this, it is not correct. If I do it like this, it's not correct. So if I do it like this, not correct. If I do it like this, not correct. So you have to set the margin in a proper way. You can do the margin manually by just clicking and dragging in the horizontal and vertical margin from here like this. Now let's discuss about printing the documents. Suppose this file you want to print it out in a paper. Let's say there is 2-3 page. I'll just break the page from here. You have to break the page from insert page break so that you can go to the next page. If you want to break it again, you have to go to the break page. So like that. Now we have 3 page. I want to print it out. Now currently we are in the third page. You can see in the status bar page 3 of 3. So we are in the third page. If you go in the first page, then it will show you page 1 of the 3. If you go here, page 2 of 3, like that. So now let's print it out. Go to the file and print. You can select the printer from here, whatever printer is installed in your computer. For me it's Canon is installed. We can select the Canon. So I want to print only 1 and 3, then I have to write here 1 3 like that. If you want to print a current page, that means we were in the second page, so if you select current page, then the page 2 will be printed. Here also you can set the margins, like suppose page per sheet, 2 page per sheet. If you do that, that means in one A4 paper it will print 2 pages. Orientation you can set landscape, or if you want to portrait. This is the page, you can see all the pages is here. So like that you can print it out. Now if you click on the print, so here there's the copies. Suppose you want 5 copies, then you have to make it 5 like this. If you want to convert these documents to the PDF so that you can send to your friend, then you have to go to the print to PDF, and let's make it 1 only, and I want to print only the third page, only this page, then 3. After that you have to click in the print. So when you click in the print, it will ask where to save the file and what will be the file name. PDF, let's say I want to write only PDF, and where we are saving in the desktop. So let's go to the desktop first. Here we can find PDF, try PDF, but PDF only is not there, so we'll just write that one and save it. Now we have saved the file, and you'll see the file here. This is the one. You can just double click it and it will open in the PDF format. See, only the third page, since we have selected the third page only. Now if you want to send it to your friend, you can just open the WhatsApp from your, you can copy this file to your mobile and send it. So for me, I will send it directly from my desktop since I have installed the WhatsApp, and I will attach from here, attach documents, and I'll search for that file. So PDF file, open, and I can send it. So this file has been sended. So this is how you work. So let me just discuss about these things. Line, leave two line gaps between the heading and the first paragraph. So for that you have to go to the heading and device attach. So device attach is your heading. Just press two times. That means two line gap. Second one is change the size of the heading to 20 points. Select the heading and from here you make it 20 like this. Third one is change the heading alignment to center. We'll select this and from here we can select the center, or we can just press Ctrl E. After that, change the alignment of all the paragraph to justify. Select all the paragraph and justify is Ctrl J for justify, or you can just click here to justify. See, now the line is straight. Change the start all the paragraph half inch forward. So select all the paragraph and move the first one to the half inch. So this is half inch forward like that. Join third, fourth and fifth. So this is third, fourth and fifth. So join it. Just press backspace to join it. Like that. Apply drop cap to the first alphabet of the last paragraph. So select the first. So select the first letter and give the drop cap. So drop it down 5 lines. So we have to go to the insert, drop cap option, dropped 5 lines. Okay, now it will drop to the 5 lines. After that, change the font size of all paragraphs to 14. Sorry, let me just see again. Change the first paragraph to uppercase. So first we have to do this. Change the first paragraph to uppercase and the second paragraph to title case. Uppercase, select this and go to the home. You'll find here uppercase here. This is uppercase. And the second paragraph to title case. So title case is capitalize each word. Just capitalize each word. If you do that, see in each word this T is capital, device D is capital. So this is title case. Change the font size of all the paragraphs to 14. Select all the paragraph and convert it to 14. You can go here and choose 14. So when you do that, whatever drop cap you have given, it will be small. So don't worry, just select it, go to the drop cap again, insert drop cap and select none. After that again you go to the drop cap options and dropped. After that make it 5 lines. Okay, so this will be 5 lines like that. Change the style of the last paragraph to italic. Select it and italic. Control I is the form of shortcut, or you can just click in this I, italic like that. The last one, give the borders, text border of the last paragraph, text border, this paragraph border, text border to the last paragraph. Select it and go to the borders in setting. From here you select borders and here you have to select text. What type of border you want, just select that one and click OK. So this is a text border like that. It's up to you, whatever border you want you can select that type of borders. So suppose you want to do changes again, you can go to the borders, what type of borders you want, just select that. And if you want shadow or something like that, just select the same thing. Sorry, I have selected the paragraph border, it should be text border. So let's do it again. From here I have to select text. Okay, so in each line there is a border. So this is about the all those things. Now let's discuss about the columns. Columns can also be designed from the layout. But first of all, let's see what is column and how it looks. So I've created some columns before. Let me open it for you. So this is column. Here there is one column, three column, and five column. So this is about the columns. You can design the columns in Microsoft Word, or if you are creating the half folded page for books or some programs, you can just create in this way. Page 1, page 2. So like that, we'll try to create this type of columns. So in order to create the columns, you have to open your rulers first. You have to see your ruler first. If there is no ruler in your documents, then you can go to the view and click in the ruler like this. Now see here, there is no ruler, so go to the view and click in the ruler. So now that ruler is there. Let's say I'll write here make it center. Below that I will create two rows or two columns. Suppose two columns here. In order to deal it into two columns, what you have to do is you have to go to the layout, columns, and you will find here two. Suppose if you select two, whatever you wrote, it will come to the first column. See here, it is divided into two columns. So when it is divided into two columns, it will be the whole page will be divided into. But we don't want in that way. We want the two columns after the page title. So let's see how we can do that. So layout, columns, more columns. We have to go to the more columns, two columns, and from here we will select this point forward. If you select this point forward, in the preview you can see after the heading there is two columns. So just click OK. Now here the title is on its own place, and below that it is divided into two. Now whatever I type, it will display in one column like this. So you can go on writing if you want, just copy and paste it. So I can show you. So when you type, see, automatically when it reaches to the end of the page, it will go to the next column. But if you don't want like that, suppose from here if you want to send it to the next column, you can just go to the layout, break, column break. So when you break the column, it will go to the next column. I will say, see, now we can type in the next column. So suppose after that again, if you want to make it into one column, so you can go in columns, more columns, one column, this point forward, okay, again it will be in one column like this. One column, two column, one column. So in this way you can design your page. If you press enter, it will be divided like that. So this is how the columns it's designed. Suppose if you want to convert this into three columns, just keep your cursor here, then go to the more columns, three columns. Here it should be this section and click OK. Now it is divided into three columns. One, two. Suppose if you write anything now again, see, two, three columns. So in this way you can design your columns. So this is about your columns. Now let's see how to give a text border and paragraph border. In the assignment 2, there is one question to give the paragraph border or text border. Maybe I don't know, I forgot it, but you can check the assignment. So in order to give paragraph border and text border, what you have to do is you have to go to the home tab. If you go to the home tab, you find here borders. Click in the borders and go to the borders in setting. Borders in setting. If you go to the borders and shading, you can see here borders. What type of borders you want, you just select it. Do your experiment. You learn by yourself. All those things you see it. I'll just show you one two example. Let's say I want to use this, or let's say I want to use this. And if you want to give the colors, you can set the colors from here. And it's written here apply to paragraph. If you select apply to paragraph and click OK, in that particular paragraph there will be a border. Now let's try to give here text border instead of paragraph border. Borders and shading. We'll select the box, select this one, and now here we'll select text and click OK. See, text means in each lines there will be a border, and paragraph means whole paragraph there will be a borders. We can do one more things. If you don't want the borders in some particular sides, go to the box or whatever it is and select the border, what type of border you want. Suppose you don't want in the left and right side, so left, right, let's remove left and right. Paragraph, okay. See, only top and bottom there will be a borders. So in this way you can give the borders to your text and paragraph. Suppose if you want to give the border to whole page, same thing, you have to do the same thing. You have to go to borders and setting. Now this time you have to select the page border. Under page border, same thing, you can select anything from here, colors, or you can, if you want to give some arts, you can select the art from here. There are lots of, you can select anything and click OK. See, there is a page border now. So this is how you can set your borders. Shading. Setting is little bit similar to the highlighting. Like suppose when you read some books, magazines or something like that, you used to highlight that particular portion. That is known as highlighting. But highlighting and shading is little bit different. So let's see what is the difference between the shading and highlight. So let's say I have selected this paragraph and I want to give shading here. Go to the borders and shading, same thing. Go to the borders and shading and you will find the shading option. Under shading field, you can see select what color you want to fill and click OK. See, now let's see how to insert symbols. Like, as many times when you're writing some Naga people's name, U dot used to see like this, used to see U dot or small letter, this one. How to insert this type of symbols? To insert this type of symbols, you can simply do by going to the insert symbols and you can set the symbols from here. There are lots of symbols, whatever symbols you want, but as for now we need that U dot, so we'll search that yeah, U dot. You can insert it like this, U dot. So here it is. You can select this, and insert. It will be inserted. If you want the small one, it's here. You can select this and insert. So when you select any of the symbols from here. You can see below there is a character code. 252 is the character code. So this is the shortcut. This is also known as the ASCII ASCII decimal. So we can insert these things using the ASCII code. Like here 252 is written. Let me just show you. If you want to insert it, you can use Alt 0220 capital letter U dot dot 0252 small letter U dot dot. Since if you remember it was written 252, so you have to use 0252 from your keyboard. And remember, you have to use the num num keypad, not the numeric keypad. Suppose let's say A, Alt 65 is A, Alt 66 is B, Alt 67 is C, Alt 68 is D, like that it will go on. Small letter will be Alt 97 small letter A, 98 small letter B, like that. So this is the shortcut keys. You can insert a shortcut in this way. There is another way of creating a shortcut. You can go to the autocorrect option, and here you write u dot dot with this add. Okay, now suppose if you write u dot dot will display that u dot dot. So this is how you will insert the symbols. Suppose if you want to insert mathematical things, mathematical equations and all, you have to do the same thing. You have to go to the insert option, and you'll find here equation. Under the equations, there are lots of mathematical formulas or mathematical things. If you want to see more, then you can go to the more option. Then there it will show lots of equations like that. So this is how you can insert this mathematical formulas or whatever it is, equations. We'll learn how to create a tables. Table is very important. Suppose you're creating table to store some name, address or things, or suppose you are making some receipt or many other things. Suppose you are just adding your datas in a table, all those things. If you want to do it, or if you want to design a table like this type of tables, you can use Microsoft Word tools to create a table. So let's see how to create the tables. You have to go to the insert and go to the tables option. From here you can select number of columns and number of rows. You can go to tables, number of rows and number of columns, like this. So I have selected the 6 into 7, 6 columns and 7 rows, 8 rows, like that. So let's say I want to create only these 4 columns. If you want to write something, you can write there. Let's say name. Address, gender, phone number. So suppose I want to split the cells, like let's say I want to make it first name and last name. You can just right click here and split the cell. Split. If you want to split the columns 2 and rows 1, click OK. So it's split it 2. Now let's say we write here first, last, and first. Address, you just keep it like that. Suppose you want to join these two cell, just select it, right click, merge. Merge cell will come. Right click, merge. Do merge. Right click, merge cell. Like that. Or suppose you don't want to split, but you want to insert one row. So here, if you split only in that particular cell, it will be divided. So suppose I don't want to do it in that way. You can just right click, insert column to the right. If you do that, to insert one more column here. So let's see, we'll write here first and here last. Now suppose if you want to join the columns or rows, select it, right click, merge cell, select it, merge cell, select it, right click, merge cell. Like that you can merge the cells. If you want to give colors, select it, right click, from here table tools, you find here shading, whatever shading color you want, just give it color. In this way you can keep the colors. Suppose if you want more columns and 20 columns, sorry 5 columns and 20 rows. So if you go to the insert and try to insert the column tables, you won't find here 20 rows. So in that case, what you will do is you will go to the insert table, and from here you will select how many rows you want. Let's say I want 2 rows for adding name and phone number. I want 20 rows, so 20, and click OK. Yeah. See, 20 rows. So let's take that in the second. See, 20 rows. Write your name, number. If you want to draw your tables by yourself without using all those tools, you can go to the tables, draw tables, and draw it like this. Right click, you can choose the border style, whatever style you want, and you can draw it. So in this way you can create tables by using the drawing tool. Now this will be the last topic for inserting objects, drawings, pictures, clip-arts, and many more stuff. Inserting object means you can insert pictures, you can insert whatever drawings or elements. In order to do that, what you have to do is you have to go to the insert option, and here you will find the pictures. Just click into pictures, and wherever the picture is, you go there. Let's say my picture, some of the pictures is in here. You can go there and select the pictures. So let's say I want to insert this picture, insert. So it will insert in this way. You can increase the size by just using the anchor points. Now see, when I try to increase this side, it's not going that side, but it's increasing in the opposite direction. So for that, what you have to do is you have to change the wrapping option. You'll find here wrapping option. You'll find here true, in front of text, behind the text, in front of text. You select this. You can move it now wherever you want. Even if you increase this side, it's going to work like this. So this is how we can insert the pictures. If you want to shape this picture in a circle or something like that, you have to go to the layout, sorry, design. You have to click in the picture tools. After that, you'll find here crop option. Under crops, you have to select crop to the shape. You select that, and whatever option you want, you just select. Suppose I want to put it in the circle, so it will be in the circle like this. It's not a perfect circle, but if you do like this, it will be in the circle. So this is how you need to work. You can put it in any shape, whatever shape you want, you can put it in that shape. You have to go to the crop to shape and select it. Let's say I want to use this, or let's say I want to put it in uh, this. I can do that. So this is how it will work. So like this you can insert the objects. So I've designed one cover page. I would like to show you uh, by using the objects and all. So this is a cover page. We can design the cover page with the help of all those objects. I'll make a separate video for these things. If you like it, you can just let me, just you try it, and if you can't, then I will help you to work with this. So we can insert the objects, like see here, everything is objects only. This word art, picture, like that, all these things we can edit in Microsoft Word. So let's go back to that file, and I'll show you how to insert all those objects. So first let me add some text here. I'll just add some text here. uh, Here's some text. Now I want to insert one circle or one objects like shape, whatever it is. Suppose I want to put some square box, then I can put it like this. Now when I add this, you can see the text, it's behind. But if you want to see, you can go to the wrap option and you can select the true option, true. So when you move, the text will move now. So this is known as the wrapping option. You can select the position where you want to put. Suppose you want to put in front, in the middle, in the right side, in the middle section of the body, like that, all those things you can do it from here. If you want to add text in this square box, just right click and go to the add text. Let's say I would add some text here. With Microsoft Word. So we can increase the size. If you want to change the color of this box, just select it, and from here you can select whatever color you need. Suppose if you want your own defined color, then click here and you can just search for more colors. From here you can just search color, darker or lighter, as we have discussed in the page color, same thing. So like this it will be. If you want to give outline colors, then you can add the colors. Suppose you have added this color. If you want to increase the width of the borders, then you can increase it in this way. So like that we can insert text box. As soon as you use the text box, you can put the text here. So this is about the text box. Now suppose you want to put arrows or any other sign, you can just use it. Here you can make it bigger and smaller like this. You can set the color for this also. You can set the color in this way, or if you want to add any objects, you can just add it like this. If you want to arrange the objects at the front, at the back, you can just right click here and you find here send to back. If you select send to back, it will go to the backward. But if you don't want to be sent to the back side, totally back, but you want to send it behind this text box, so send backward, send behind the text, and it will go to behind the text, totally behind the text. But if you want to send it one object backward, right click, send back, send backward, that means it will send behind this plus. Again, if you do that, right click, send backward, and it will send backward to this text box. If you want to bring it front also, that is same way, right click, bring forward, then it will bring forward. So now we can select one objects, but if you want to select multiple objects, you can use the shift key and select multiple objects whichever you want. See, I have selected multiple objects. If you want to group these objects so that it will move together, right click, group, and select the group option. Now when you move, everything will move together. Sorry. Move it like this, everything will move together. We have not selected these objects, that's why it is not moving. Now if you want to add to the group, just right click here again, select it again and select the group. Now when you click and move, everything will move. But when, if you have selected and if you want to select one particular object, then you can select the objects and move it wherever you want, in this way. So designing is up to you, you can design anything you want. If you want to add a word art, like word art, which one is word art, let me just show you here. In my works, I have added this annual report. Here also annual reports. If you want to do that, you can just select it. You can add the text box. So to add the text box, simply go to the insert and you will find here word art. Select what type of word art you want and you can edit. Let's say plus. You can change the color, don't worry, we can change the colors and we can change the styles from here directly. That is, if you want to insert chart, you have to go to chart option here. Let's say you are making a report, like how many students are using WhatsApp, how many students are using Facebook, how many are using Instagram, and how many are using others like Twitters and all, and you want to uh, make a report for Kohima, Dimapur and Mon district. If you want to do that, you have to make a chart. So to make a chart, you have to go to insert chart, your chart option, and you'll find what type of chart you want. You can just show you. So for now we will just select the column chart and click OK. As soon as you insert the chart option, it will show you like this with the chart as well as the data. Under data you will find here category, so you can see here category 1 2 3 4. Let's convert this category to the Kohima, Dimapur and Mon. Kohima, Dimapur and Mon district. We don't need this last one, so we'll just delete it. Now Kohima, Dimapur and Mon is there. Series also, let's change it to Facebook. And the second series, let's say it's Instagram. And the third one, let's say others. Others means Twitters and all. So now it is Facebook is in the blue color, Instagram is in the orange color, and the others is in gray color. So in Kohima, most users are Facebook user, but in Dimapur, most users are Instagram, and in Mon district, the Facebook and others are a little bit equal. So this is how you can make it. If you want to change the datas, you can do it. Let's say in Mon district, let's try to make the others more. Let's say I want to make it 6. So automatically it is increased to 6. If you want to change the colors, you can just select it, whatever you want. So let's close this chart and try to change the color. We can use the shift key to select multiple. Sorry, we cannot do that. We have to select one only. So let's say I want to change the color of this. Chart tools, we'll go to the chart tools, or we can go to the home also. Shading color, we can just select green. Sorry, oh, it's not working. Change color. Okay, from here we can do green. So when you select the green color, everything will be in the green color. See, sorry, according to this it will change colors, what type of chart you want. So this is how the chart it used to design. Now let's say you have closed the data, that data, numbers data, or is Kohima Dimapur, whatever is it. If you want to open it back, just right click here and go to the edit data again. If you go to the edit data, you can edit it again. Like let's say under Dimapur, Instagram is 4.4. Let's try to make it 5, and automatically it will change. After that you can close it again. So this is how it will work for the charts. Like that you can insert smart art. You click in the smart art and you find this smart art options. Everything is same. You just try it by yourself, and if you have any problem you can just let me know. We can insert the pictures from online directly. If you want to insert the pictures from online directly, you can go to the insert and you'll find here online pictures. Just go to the online pictures and search whatever picture you want. Let's say I want to search for butterfly. Butterflies. So you'll find here lots of butterflies. Which one you like, you select that and you can put it in your Microsoft Word. Let's say I want to put this insert. See, I've selected 2 butterflies, so that's why it is installed. Here you can move the butterfly wherever you want. So in this way also we can insert the picture. If it is not there in your computer but you want to take it from the internet, then directly there is options online and search it. Let's say class. You can just select it and insert. The class picture will insert. So this is how it will work. It's very interesting. With the help of these tools, objects and all, we can design lots of cool stuffs. I hope you got it. So that's it for today. We'll discuss more in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.